This is a reading of Brenda's blog titled The Wizards of Oz. Dear ones, let us begin at the beginning, for you are in a new place, in new times. You are thinking and acting differently than before your transition in this lifetime. And the same is true for all who decided to shift beyond 3D. It is a glorious yet somewhat frightening time. You are shifting from the inside out, whereas those remaining steadfastly in 3D are shifting minimally or not at all. You cannot understand those who remain as they have always been in this lifetime, almost as if they are infants refusing to walk and talk. You say what feels like the right words only to receive a blank stare or what you now consider gibberish. So you try a different approach with the same results. Such stubbornness, in your mind, does not compute. Who would wish to remain in fear, anger, and pain if a more pleasant option were available? So you will slowly, in some cases, and rapidly in others, pull away from those who seem to be in a different world, and they will do the same. Even though this is a confusing time, it is glorious. For you are beginning to sense your new being through your different life approach, and through those who no longer wish to communicate with you. Of course, you respond that those firmly ensconced in 3D, and you, can discuss your differences to arrive at a mutually beneficial solution. While such might be possible, it is highly unlikely, for you speak two distinct languages that no longer intersect. Despite that barrier, some of you will try a variety of techniques because that person was once important to you. Others of you will merely flit to the next action or activity. It does not matter, because those firmly in 3D do not wish to shift their thoughts or actions, and neither do you. This is a decisive phase, impacting your relationships and actions. That which once was appropriate, fun, frightening, or interesting will be no longer, and that which once seemed beyond your grasp will become your new life. At the same time, those firmly enmeshed in 3D will be jealous of your seemingly unstoppable ability to live peacefully. They will wish for you to fail in both words and actions. And when you give little credence to those wishes, they will become angrier. That last thought might frighten some of you. It need not. For their anger, pouting, rage, and yes, fear will not last for long. Within a few months they will deflate, as was true for the Wizard of Oz. Your disinterest in their self-induced misery will shift their lives from world dominance to small pockets of discontent. Does this mean that those fully enmeshed in 3D will lose their money? Possibly. More importantly, will they lose their power, their ability to dominate the thoughts and actions of the masses? Their need to retain their outer directed power will soon seem as unimportant as the once held need for chaperones for courting teenagers and young adults. This is a new world. Those firmly enmeshed in 3D cannot, nor do they want to, acknowledge or act upon that newness. Their ongoing goal in this life will be to reinforce what was, only to discover no one cares, and more importantly, very few will follow. They have become kings and queens without a country, and most often without means of support, for their support was generated by the outer-directed followers. We of the universes have outlined the near future, but have neglected to discuss what will happen in the next few days or weeks. You will become more independent and curious, wishing to discover what is around the corner. Your anger for those fully enmeshed in 3D will disappear as you ponder your new life options, like the shift from the need for courting chaperones to the wild parties of the Roaring Twenties. The difference is this shift will be from the inside out, with numerous, "No, I don't want to do that," comments, and very few altercations. You have created a new world, a world dominated by self-rule that is no longer directed by any being or group other than your inner voice. A new world terrifying to those few who remain in 3D and glorious to those of you accepting the new being evolving within you in this new world. So be it. Amen.